Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. A lot of things happening today for or against the Indian National Congress. What has been going on is that they have been fighting a case by the income tax for collection of tax dues. Income tax had alleged that the income proceeds for the party INC was close to 520 crores, and on that they were not paying the interest or they were not paying taxes on that. So Congress kept disputing it, and then they were, taking it to Income Tax Appellate Tribunal, and finally today in Delhi High Court they got their verdict. They said Delhi High Court said that you have to pay your dues. How did things come to this? And this has got no connection with National Herald case. Okay, this is just the party, how the money has come into the party, and the way in which the money got distributed, actual cash. It's claimed that close to 100 crores in cash was put into the bank. And I'm going to show you with the help of a small slide deck what really happened. And a small request to all of you to please like this video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do subscribe to our channel. Here we go. So this is going to put a huge crimp for the funding of the candidates for running an election campaign, and also for, you know what I'm talking about, 𝗣𝗚𝗍, the distribution of cash before the day of elections to make sure that a certain individual will vote for them. All this is going to go up for a toss. The one state that I think is going to have a huge impact is, actually three states I should say, Karnataka, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, where DKS had appeared to have made some sort of, this is my fiefdom, I can make anyone win here on the party symbol. What really happened? Let's take a quick look. Next one, please. The Delhi High Court dismissed the party's plea challenging the reassessment proceedings against it by the Income Tax Department. And this was for 3 years, 2014 to 15, 15 to 16, and 16 to 17. Remember, guys, Congress is a political party. Its bank accounts are supposed to be used only for collecting contributions and for being able to use that for proper election expenses. That is allowed, but they cannot do any other thing. That is where they have a problem with National Herald. Let's set that thing aside. In this case, what happened was that there was no violation on part of the Income Tax Department of and the escaped income of the party was close to 520 crores. How did they come to this number? Next slide, please. The IT authorities are carefully investigating data collected during raids in states like Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Gujarat after the party received large cash payments. There is a company called Megha Engineering, MEGHA Engineering. The data for all these things is given in the form of links in the description section of this video. You can go there and take a look at it and read the entire gamut. All I'm telling you is that this is one of the ways it is alleged that the money passed hands. Who were the people doing it? It is again alleged that the people who are passing money through these companies were people who were of DK Shivkumar. Okay. Now the sum close to cash payments of close to 100 crores. They refused to give any assessment of the scale of demand that may be raised. Officers said that the tax department was looking into the accounts of state units and other wings. They were all under the Indian National Congress umbrella. You know that any individual can only donate up to 20,000 rupees. No questions asked. If you donate 20,000 rupees to Congress, nobody is going to ask you any questions. Here the mamla is hundreds of crores. How did people get this money in? What were the methods used? These are all the things under the scanner. This is a complicated web that the Congress party had created to try and hide its sources on how the money came into the party. The officers hinted that the party may be at risk of tax exemption available to political parties for 7 years. Remember, I told you a political party doesn't have to pay taxes on the money it gets as long as it declares all the income is legit, and that it uses it only for electioneering purposes. I mean, there is a code that's all well defined. There is nothing here that's a surprise. So if they are found guilty for 7 years, they will not even get any tax exemption. from the income tax department, which means whatever money INC will make moving forward, assuming that they will pay their dues here and somehow they'll escape all the other bad stuff. Usually the president of the party will go to jail, but we don't know. I mean, stranger things have happened. NDTV is an example, a shining example. Stranger things have happened. So there could be punishment, there could be a withdrawal of tax exemption for up to 7 years, and most important thing, we can take away the slide deck. I want to just summarize here. How will the Congress party distribute cash? There is no cash left. On top of that, the Modi government has very cleverly withdrawn 2,000 rupee notes. Remember the 2,000 rupee notes? I'm one of the few websites or few YouTube channels who has been saying that the reason the 2,000 rupees got withdrawn was that, India closed the fake currency racket. Remember my book, Who Painted My Money White, and my paper in, money out. They stopped the fake currency circulation from Pakistan, China. I don't know which other country was trying to do it. And once that happened, the smuggling into India changed to gold. The international airports in Kerala were the biggest places where gold was coming in freely. There is one case in which the name of Pinarayi Vijayan himself has been mentioned. That case is again hanging loose. I don't know when that day will come in the court. So they resorted to gold smuggling. So once the gold comes in, what happened? The gold smugglers need to sell it to jewelry merchants and also to people who may want to, store gold ingots. Not many will do that, but let's say they do that. But what they used to do was they used to insist on getting paid in rupees 2,000 notes. You see what I'm saying? Over a period of 2016, November, 2,000 rupee note got introduced and it got withdrawn in 2023. For 7 years, much of the money in the form of 2,000 rupee note was being used to, smuggle gold in and encash it and keep the money in 2,000 rupee note. Now, I don't know how they are going to be able to get rid of all that stuff, assuming that there is some possibility of political parties also having that money. So in every which way you think, there is a problem now. Most of the regional parties rely on the money power to win elections. DMKs of the world, the TMCs of the world, the YSR Congress also is going to have a problem. CPIM, maybe Kerala, money is not that much of a factor. They have got enough ideological nonsense in their heads that they probably don't look for money. But still, money does play a role. And Karnataka, I don't have to tell you how these people tried to cheat the people of Karnataka by giving them 5,000 rupee pre-filled debit cards. And they also said that you have to encash it only after the elections. Poor people. I mean, we have gullible, innocent people. The only stupid thing they do is to say, okay, we'll take your money and we'll vote for you. If only we can break that habit, everything will be fine. Anyway, so I think we are getting to that point now. If there is no money, Congress, DMK, TMC, and any other party that relies on money is going to fare. That's the question that you need to be asking yourself. I have a feeling that this 2024 election is also a milestone, and that it's going to basically take the oxygen out of the system in terms of trying to get money in a day before the elections in the hands of the voter to make sure that the voter remembers to vote for your side. This is my prediction. I have no basis for this, but I am trying to connect some dots here, and it looks like it is becoming increasingly harder for various political parties to raise money so that they can bribe their way through the elections. Also, look at what is happening with the Chidambaram family. The Congress list for Tamil Nadu has not been out yet, but now with the first family getting squeezed more and more, the one person that they can turn to for money is Chidambaram. But Mr. Rahul Gandhi allegedly doesn't like Karthi very much. You saw that one video in where he ignores him completely. This was when Parliament was in session a few sessions ago. So what is going to happen, whether Chidambaram is going to be rehabilitated in exchange for giving some money for the party? Chidambaram is a very tight-fisted man. After all, he was the finance minister. He needs to be that way, right? So I don't know what kind of a pound of flesh he's going to extract in case he has to fund some of these elections. Certainly, DKS is in trouble from what I can see. And I've been telling you about this. A lot of stuff has been written in PGurus about people of mules who are carrying money on behalf of DK Shivkumar having turned approvers. All that stuff was quiet. Nothing was going on. Looks like the Modi government was waiting for the right time to strike. Yeah, of course, income tax was just doing its job, and it coincidentally happens a couple of weeks before the elections. Yes, we buy that, of course. That is absolutely right. Anyway, if you believe that, I have a bridge to sell. It's called the Golden Gate Bridge. It's only going for a sale price of $1 billion. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I don't know if you have any questions. I don't see any questions as such, but I just wanted to, there's one question here. Shiv Narayan wants to know, Kejriwal followed Anna Hazare form, said he will be honest against corruption. Slowly started behaving like Congress, giving freebies to people to win votes. How? Through liquor scam. My dear man, I had written a book called The Rise and Fall of AAP. In there, the initial days, how Kejriwal hijacked the IAC movement and how he got himself installed in that is a story in itself. Just take a look at it. And I think I was a little bit concerned whether I'll have to rewrite this script, but looks like AAP is doing the way I expected it to go. I think their days are over. You will see that in 2024 elections, there's not a single drop of tears shed by anyone for what Kejriwal finds himself in. And we have one of his honchos now holed up in London. That is a big hint for you. Why is Raghav Chadha sitting in London? And we also know that a lot of raids have happened on all these Khalistan linked accounts in the United Kingdom. That oxygen also has been taken away. So you have to put all these things together to understand why I'm saying that the opposition parties are going to find it extremely difficult to bribe the voter in order to get his or her vote. This is my 2 cents. I hope I'm right. If I'm not, well, you will know that from the results. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.